You want to know the exact sales script I've used in my business to generate six figures and six figures plus annually in my business for the last 4+ years. Whether you're on a phone call or on Zoom, this script will guide your conversation and close more clients without sounding pushy or rehearsed. In this video, I'm pulling back the curtain and sharing the exact step-by-step process and script that has helped me generate more success in my business to the tune of six figures and six figures plus. So let's get started. First and foremost, I have invested tens of thousands of dollars to get scripts and methods, right, from quote unquote the gurus out there online. In fact, I recently invested a couple years ago in a $15,000 program, and I got this guru script. Well, let me share something with you. The script I'm gonna share with you now, I actually got a hold of this script literally about 7 years ago. And I've tried pretty much all the guru scripts out there you see in the marketplace today. And I've tried them all on calls. Not one script has come close to the power and effectiveness and transformation of this script. And not one script has come closer to producing the results that this script has done as well. So before I share the script with you, let's talk about why this script has been way more effective than pretty much all the other scripts out there that a lot of gurus are sharing today. Well, all right, let me flip on my whiteboard here and explain to you, because this script is actually in 3 phases. And this is why it's so powerful, okay? The first phase is actually focusing on goals. The second phase focuses on challenges. And the third phase is what we call the turnaround. All right. So essentially, if I were to draw this out, let's say we had some little chart or graph here, right? Let's go with green. Let's say we're drawing this out. So the first phase, what it does, it focuses on goals, okay, and what your potential client wants. And what it focuses on is what these goals mean to your audience, what these goals are worth to your audience. And what it does, it brings the expectation and hope up, okay? It brings the hope and desires and expectation up. So it takes that emotion from your potential client up, okay? Then the second phase, it actually brings things down, because right now in the second phase, we're actually going to dive into and talk about the challenges of our potential client, right? And here we're talking about what is their cost and impact with these challenges. So what it does now, it brings the emotion back down, okay? And then, so yeah, it brings it back down. So basically, you can just put a sad face, right? So we have up, then it heads down, and then the third phase, guess what? It brings it back up. And we call this third phase our turnaround, okay? In other words, the third phase is the light at the end of the tunnel. And here, guess what? It focuses on the expectation and goals and future pacing if they were to achieve these results. So it gives them the light at the end of the tunnel. So let's break down these phases and let me share this with you. All right, so and I'm just going to pull it up on my iPad here and go over these with you and explain these to you so you can get it. All right, so the first phase we mentioned, right, is the goals phase. And again, these touch on the emotions of your audience. So we want to find out what are their goals, right, and what they mean to them. And more importantly, what are these goals worth to them, right? So for example, a great question here is, hey, if you could wave a realistic magic wand, where would you like the business to be in the next 6 months to a year? Okay, so now they're focused on their goals, right? And they're going to share where they like to be in the next 6 to 12 months in their business, right? Then we want to stay there and want to find out, okay, let's flesh this out a little bit, right? Why do you want these goals? I mean, if you achieve this, what are these goals going to do for you? So we ask them, hey, well, what else do you want, right? Okay, they may tell you one thing, then, well, but what else do you want, right? And you know what else would be really cool for you to do in the next 6 to 12 months, right? And then they'll start sharing more things, right? So give them the freedom to share more things there. And then what I like to do here is ask them, hey, if you had that just in that way, what would that do for you? And now they're tapping into an emotion of like, man, this will allow me to do this. This will allow me to do that, right? And now it's really hitting the core of them right now, because now they actually beginning to see themselves, and what they're more important, what they're doing is seeing how is this making me feel? How is this making me feel? And they're becoming one with that particular feeling. Okay. And then what I like to ask them is, hey, what would be the best part of having all this just in that way you like to have it? And now they take a little time to think and be like, you know what? The best part would be this. The best part would be that. Right. And then I like to ask them, well, why is that the best part? Then they tell me why. It could be, hey, some of the way they family see them now, or something they've been striving for years or for decades, right? Maybe they're being recognized or some kind of achievement, or whatever the case may be. But now they're explaining why that's the best part. But we just can't leave them at this high now, because right now they're at a high, they're feeling good, right? But now we got to begin to challenge them, because why? That's where they want to go. And they told you what that would look like. They told you what they would feel like. They told you why they want it. But what's holding you back? So now we got to talk about the challenges and impact and move to that second phase now, right? And here I ask them, hey, well, what do you think could be slowing you down, right? What's standing in your way? What's stopping you from having all the results you're looking for right now? And this is where they begin to reflect, and they pause, and they start looking at the things that's been holding them back, right? And they may list one or two things there, but we don't stop there. We want more. So I ask them, well, what else? What else could be slowing you down? What else could be stopping you? What else is standing in your way, right? Then they start thinking, you know what? It could be this. It's probably that. Yeah. Right. And guess what? I don't stop, because it's more to this. See, the more they're talking, the more they diving into this, the better everything is going to be. Then I ask, is there anything else? I mean, could there be something you haven't shared with me yet? That you haven't even thought about yet until now? That's really been standing in your way, really stopping you. Like, why don't you have these results right now? Why aren't you getting the results you want right now? And that's when you really share. And that's when you really get the true answer. This is powerful stuff, guys. I only give this kind of stuff to my high performance clients, but I'm hooking you guys up right now for free on YouTube. Can you believe it? Then I ask them this, okay, after I know that, after I know without a shadow of a doubt, they've told me all their problems, all their challenges, hey, what kind of impact are these challenges having on you? What kind of impact are these having on your business? Right? What kind of impact are these challenges having on your family? And then they share that. And then I don't stop right there. You know what? What's the worst part about all these challenges? And then they go ahead and find the worst part, because that's when you're hitting the core of them. And you would sense the emotion of the conversation change. Now, if you don't care about people, this is not going to work for you. But if you genuinely care about people, you're going to mirror them, and you're going to feel the emotion, because if you ever struggle in your life, if you ever struggle in business, you know that what they're going through. So you need to be someone who's truly empathetic right now, and even beyond empathy, who truly can understand how they feel. And they're going to share the worst part of these challenges, and they're going to get so emotional. I've seen people do this literally with people are crying, right? And then I ask them, hey, why is that the worst part? And then they tell me. And literally the conversation in the room it's like, oh my, the emotion, the impact, you can feel it, because it's real and genuine. And they're not used to a conversation like this. They're used to someone just going through trying to pitch them on something at the bottom. So they're not used to someone genuinely asking real questions. What will consistently attracting high-paying clients in your business do for you? Would it give you the freedom to work less, make more, and finally enjoy life on your terms? On Monday, I'm hosting a Client Attraction Challenge, where you'll learn to craft marketing strategies that actually work, so you can start attracting clients and boosting your sales without the burnout or guesswork. If you're ready to turn things around and finally get on the path to growing your business, join us now. Click the link around this video to register, and let's make your business work for you. See you on the challenge.
This was absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, a 5-star experience, and I would do it all over again.
I just spent a week with my time learning from Chris and his team, and I would say that it is a no-brainer to join.
I would say don't hesitate if you are looking to grow your business. Definitely invest in the boot camp.
And thinking about, so here is another challenge. I've been in part of so many different challenges. I wonder if it's going to work. I'm telling you, this one's going to work, especially if you need to get clients.
Right. And then I take the time to even thank them for being open, for being transparent, for being real with me. I thank them because that's not easy. It's not easy to open up to people. But now we had them with the high, then we brought them down. Now it's the time to bring them back up. So here it's time to show them the light at the end of the tunnel, to show them that, you know what? There's a future and a hope for you. So then I ask them, hey, if you could overcome all these challenges and begin to flow freely towards your goals, what would that do for you? And now the emotion change. They're like, man, it'll do this, it'll do that, it'll be the world, it'll be this I can provide for my family or to put my daughter in college or wherever the case may be, right? Buy my dream car, go on this vacation, I can create more impact, give more to the poor, wherever the case may be. It will allow me to feel. Then I ask them, what would be the best part about that, right? And they say, man, best part is I would feel happy, I would feel fulfilled, I would feel like I'm living my purpose that God put me on this planet to do, right? Then I ask them, why is that the best part? Then they tell me why, because they feel I'm finally doing the thing that God put me here, or whatever the case may be, right? And then if I take them on these different emotions, right, and they've become transparent, they've put a lot of trust in me, then I kind of give them a pattern interrupt. And I say, hey, what's been the most valuable? What have you found most valuable about the time we spent together so far? Now, an average person might say, what have you found most valuable about our time together? But I add those two most powerful words at the end of that phrase. What have you found most valuable about our time together so far? By adding so far, they realize that the conversation is not over. We're just in the middle of the conversation. And literally, that's when people really open up to me. They're like, Chris, I've been on a lot of calls with people. I've never had anyone really do a deep dive on me like this. They said most folks just want to kind of tell you what it is. I try to pitch you on their program, then try to hard sell you and hard close you. He said, you actually genuinely care. You actually made me open up and see stuff about me that I had no idea. Because they're not used. I'm telling you guys, this is the best script I ever used ever. And I mean, nowadays I don't have to use scripts because folks attend my 5-day challenge, right? And they join my program through my challenge. But when I did scripts, when I did call funnels and people booked appointments and I had to get on the phone or hop on Zoom with them, after using all the different gurus, this outperformed all of them, hands down, hands down. And you probably can see why. So after they share what's been the most valuable thing for my time together so far, this is when I go ahead and pivot and shift to getting ready to make my offer. And what I simply ask them is this, hey, if I can show you exactly how to fix your issues and help you achieve, and now when I say achieve, this is the result they told me they wanted through their goals. That's why it's so important to ask these questions, because you're going to bring it up again when you're going through the invitation process to join your program. So you need to know the big results they want and why they want those results. You need to know the challenges that they're having and why they have these challenges, because you will have to most likely bring it back up to them when you go to invite them to your program. So I ask them, if I can show you exactly how to fix these issues and help you achieve quote unquote, your big results? How quickly are you wanting to get started on fixing this? Powerful question. How quickly are you wanting to get started on fixing this? This tells me the seriousness of them about solving their problem. If they tell me, hey, I'll be ready in about 3 months, but guess what? They don't have the urgency to solve a problem. They say, hey, I need to do this like last week. Now you know they're serious and they're ready to move forward, right? But I don't stop there. Now, if they tell me 3 months from now, I'm gonna ask them, why 3 months from now? And why not now? Right? Then they tell you the reason why. But they tell me, man, like yesterday, I got to do this now. I don't say, okay, great, here's my program. I say, okay, great. What makes now a good time to do this? Why not 2 or 3 weeks from now? Why not 2 or 3 months from now? Why right now? Right? And then I shut up. And they talk and they tell me why. And what happened, what's happening, they are selling themselves on my program now. They are selling themselves. See, this is something else I teach when I'm teaching people. I do challenges, but this conversation here, people have to sell themselves. Your sales script should not be trying to convince folks to buy. If so, you're a manipulator, right? And you're wrong. So people have to sell themselves on why right now is the time, okay? And so then they tell me that, and then I go ahead and say, hey, well, great. I have a program that's designed specifically to help people overcome the sorts of challenges you mentioned today and achieve the kind of results you're looking for. Would you like to hear a little bit about it? I ask them that question. I give them hey, do you want to hear about it? Hey, I have something that can help you, but you know what? I'm not going to force it on you if you don't want it. Do you want to hear about it? And 10 times out of 10, if you do this right, like I've taught you today, they're going to say yes. And that's when you go through your program. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, how to pitch your program. We'll do another training for that, or come to my challenge, right? Come to my challenge and I'll teach you how to do all that. But that's when I go through my program. But I'm telling you guys, this script has outperformed every guru script on the planet. And it's just amazing. It's just literally amazing on what it does for people, and how they find it so valuable because they've been able to discover things about themselves that otherwise they never would have, right? And so it's powerful. It's very powerful. And yeah, I'm trying to see if anything else I want to add to that. But yeah, that's good. I mean, and here's another option. This is at the very beginning, right? Of course, you come on, and you have a little conversation with them at first, but also at first, sometimes it depends. Sometimes at first I may ask them, hey, why, what brought you here? What are your challenges? Why are you looking to work with, me right now? Something like that, but not necessary. If you follow what I just shared with you right now, it will change the game for you, right? Now, I do set the tone at the beginning, right? I do be like, hey, in order to maximize time we have together, I got a step-by-step process. I'm going to take you through in our session today. I'm going to ask you some questions. They're going to give you much clarity in your business to see where you are currently and what you're struggling with, and ideally where you want ideally where you want to be, and to see if I can help you get there. Is that okay? And they would say yes. Then also, I would see this. I'll share a little bit about what it's like to work with me as well. And if I feel like you're a good fit, I'll share more on how my mentoring program works. Before we get started, tell me a little bit about yourself and your business. And I kind of go with that from the very beginning. And then I'll move into those questions, in those 3-phase questions. So I set the tone, right? But I'm telling you, I got this script originally in 2016, I think, or 2017. The most powerful script ever compared to all the guru script. I've invested tens of thousands of dollars. I got all the guru scripts out there. Nothing comes close to this because it's unlike anything else out there. So if you got value from this, I want you, what you need to do right now is post in the comments below what you got really valuable from, what you got most valuable from this. Post in the comments below. If you think others can get value from this, hit the share button. You know, on YouTube, do all the good YouTube stuff, like the video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell, do all the good YouTube stuff. You already know I do all that kind of stuff while you're here, right? But I just want to share that with you. Powerful script. When I did sell calls funnels, it worked tremendously well for me, you know, everything like that. So if you're doing sales calls, right, you got a sales calls funnel right now in your business where, you know, you got folks going through completing an application and booking a call or whatnot, use this script. It probably will work 10 times better than any script you have right now today. And follow up with me. Go use this script and come back on this video and tell me how effective it was for you. All right, let me know. I definitely want to know. All right, my friend, hope you enjoyed this. Remember this, put God first in all that you do, and you too shall succeed. Peace and God bless.